Students, welcome once again to the Owl Academy of Education. Today I am going to solve exercise 9th B of class 7 ICSE board. Right, 9th A has already been dictated to you. Now we will move on to question first of 9th B. Book is Foundation Mathematics RS by RS Agarwal. Right, so first question is, if 60% of a number is 16, if 16% of a number is 60, then find the number. So we are given here 16% of a number. We have to find out 100% of that number. We will do it in simple way. 16% is equal to 60. Therefore 100% would be equal to 60 upon this 16 multiplied 100, right? 4 4 ja 16, 15 4 ja 60. This has cut down on 4. Now 4 1 ja 4, 24. If we multiplied 15 by 25, we will get 15 5 ja 75, 15 2 ja 30 plus 7, 37. This is your question first, right? Question number 2, question 2, question 3 are similar, so they are your homework. If you will face any problem, then you can write us to in comment section of our channel. Now question number 4. In the same way, 3 by 4% of a number is 9. Find the number. So we will write it as 3 by 4% is equal to 9. We have to find 100%. So this 3 by 4 will come here multiplied by 100, and this will become reciprocal. 9 into 3 by 4 by 3, 9 into 4 upon 3 multiplied 100. So this will become 3 3 ja 9, 4 3 ja 12. This will become 1200. This is your fourth question. Now we will move on to question number 5th. There are 42 boys and 18 girls in a class. What is the percentage of boys in the class? So here are 42 boys, 18 girls. We have to find out percentage of boys in the class. So total students would become 42 boys plus 18 girls. This will come out to be 8 plus 2 10, 4 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1. Total students are 60. We have to find out percentage of only boys. So therefore percentage of boys, total boys are how many? 42 in the class of 60 multiplied, we will multiply by 100. 4 percentage, 0 cuts 0, 6 1 ja 6, 6 7 ja 42. Here 10 into 7, 70%. Therefore there are 70% boys in that class. Now move on to question number 6. A team won 6 hockey matches and lost 9 matches. What percent of the matches did the team won? So here also 6 won 6 matches, lost 9 matches. So here total matches played, how many? 6 won and 9 lost, 15. We have to find out percentage of only winning matches. Therefore percent of won matches. How many matches were won? 6. 6 matches were won out of 15. For percentage we will multiply it by 100, right? 3 2 just 6, 3 5 ja 15, 5 1 ja 5, 5 20. So this has become 22 ja 40%. 40% matches were won by the hockey team. Right, now students, we will move on to the next question, that is question number 7. Here solution of questions are: a batsman scored 75 runs which included 3 boundaries and 8 sixes. What percent of his total score did he make by running between the wickets? Running between the wickets means, so here total runs, how many? Total runs equal to 75, and runs with boundary and sixes, boundaries and sixes. How many boundaries he made? 3. 4 for a boundary plus sixes, 8 sixes, 8 into 6. How many? This has come 3 4 ja 12. This has come 8 4 ja 68. 8 6 ja 48. Total has contributed 60 runs by boundary and sixes. So students, runs made by running will be total 75. Total runs 75. 60 runs are made with boundaries and sixes. So their run made by running between the wickets would be 15. Therefore, percent runs by running would become 15 runs upon total runs are 75. For percentage, we would multiply by 100. 25 3 ja 25, 4 ja 3 1 ja 3, 3 5 ja 15. So 4 5 ja, answer would be 20%. Right, now we will move on to question 8. 12% of a sum of money is 42. What is 20% of the same sum? As we have done earlier, 12% of a sum of a money is equal to 42. Therefore 20% would be 42 upon 12 multiplied 20. So 6 2 ja 12, 6 7 ja 42, 2 1 ja 2, 2 10 ja 20, 10 7 ja, this would become rupees 70. Alright students, now question 9 is your homework. Just like it we have done. Now we will move on to question 10. In a class of 60 pupils, 15% remained absent on a rainy day. How many people were present in the class on that day? So here total students are 60. 15% remained on the rainy day. If total students is equal to 60 absent 15% of 60 equal to 15 upon 100 multiplied 60. 0 0 5 2 ja 10, 5 3 ja 2, 3 ja. So 9 students were absent on rainy day. So therefore students present on rainy day 60 minus 9, 51. Right? Now we have to find out percentage of this. How many people that how many pupils were present? No percent total. So 51 pupils were present on that day. Right? Now we will move on to question 11. The monthly income of Mr. Amit Goyal is this much, 30,400. He says 12.5% of his income, rest he spends. How much does he spend each month? Monthly income is this, he saves this, rest he spends. Out of 100 he spends, so how much does he spends each month? He saves, so spends each month in term of percentage. If we take 100%, we will deduct his savings, so rest would become his spendings. Out of 100, this would become 10, 5, 77.5%. He spends every month in terms of percentage. Right? He spends 77.5% in terms of percent. Okay. Right, now we will find in terms of rupees. Therefore spends each month equal to 77.5% of rupees 30,400. So this would become 77.5 upon 10 is for this decimal and 100 is for percent, and it will be multiplied by 30,004. 0 cancels this, and 5 2 ja 10, 5 15 ja 75, 2 5 5 ja 20. Now we will multiply this, divide this 152. So how much money he will save? We will multiply 155 and 152. This will come out to be rupees 26,600. Right? Now students, we will move on to the next question, that is question 12. Question 12 is an ore contains 15% iron. How much ore? How much? This is here is much, MUCH. How much? Sorry. Such ore will be required to get 18 kg of iron. So an ore contains 15% iron. How much ore will be required to get 18 kg of iron? Here that this is given, ore is given in percent. So if we do it in simple way, so if we treat it in 100, like total quantity, let total quantity of the ore be equal to 100 kg, right? It contains, or instead of 100 we will treat it as 100%. It contains 15% iron, therefore iron equal to 15%, right? Or if we take this in kgs, it will much easier for you. Treat it as 100 kg, 15 kg. We have to bring out 18 kg of how much ore will be required for it. So in simple terms, 15 kg of iron requires 100 kg of ore, so 18 kg will be required. 100 upon 15 multiplied 18, right? So 3 6 ja 3 5 ja 15, 3 6 ja 5 1 ja 5, 5 20, 26 ja 120 kg, ठीक है, right? 15 kg iron is contained in 100 kg of ore. 15 kg iron, 100 kg ore in 100 kg ore. 18 kg iron or Fe will be in 120 kg ore. Now we move on to question 13. Question 13 is, a property dealer charges a commission of 2% on the first rupees 25,000, 1.5 on the remaining. What commission does he charge for selling a plot of land for this? Right? Now a property dealer charges a commission of 2% on the first rupees 25,000 and on 1.5 on the remainder. What commission does he charge for selling a plot of rupees 1,30,000? Right? So solution would be commission on first rupees 25,000, so this will become 2% of 25,000, so this would come out to be 2 upon 100 multiplied 25,000. right? 0 cancels 0, this would become 0, 2 5 is 10, so this would become rupees 500 he earns on first 25,000. Remaining money, therefore remaining money would become, we will deduct 1 rupees 25,000 from 1,30,000. This would come out to be 1,05,000, right? So now he will earn 1.5% on the remainder money, right? Therefore commission on rupees 1,05,000 equal to 1.5% of 105,000. This would come out to be 115.10 for this decimal and 100 for percent, and this 0 cancels, this 0 cancels this, so it will become 15 5 just 75, 7 15. So he will earn 1575 on this money, 500 on this, therefore total commission would become 1575 plus 500 equal to 15 plus 5 20 rupees 2075, right? Now we will move on to question number 14. In an examination, the maximum marks are 850. Rohit gets 34% and fails by 17 marks. Find the passing marks and the minimum percentage for passing the examination. So here students, Rohit got 34% marks, fails by. That means passing marks would be, therefore passing marks first, passing marks would be 34% of 850 total marks plus 17 marks. This would be your, so 34% of 850, 0 cuts 0, 5 2 ja 10, 17 2 ja 5 1 ja 5, 5 7. So total marks would be, sorry, passing marks would be 17 17 ja 17 7 ja 119, 17, if we multiply it here, this would become 17 7 7 ja 49, 7 7 1 ja 7 plus 4 11, 11 plus 7 18, 1 1 1 289, right? So here will come 17 into 7 289 plus 17, it would become 9 plus 7 6, 8 9 10 0, 2 plus, so passing marks would be 306. Now second question is the minimum percentage for passing the examination. So we will convert it into percentage. So here we will write the second here, therefore percentage of passing marks would be, I am doing here. So total passing marks are 306, total marks are 850. For percentage we will multiply by 0 5 17 ja 5 2 ja 17 1 ja 17 136 remaining 17 9 ja no sorry 17 8 ja. So here 36% marks are required to pass the examination. Right students, now we will move on to question number 15. A student secures 90, 60 and 54 marks, 54% marks in the 3 test papers with maximum marks 100. Out of 100 he secures 90%, 150 60%, 54 200. Find his aggregate percentage. Find his aggregate percent. Right, secures 90% of 100, secured in first test how many marks? 90% of 100. This will cut 90. Clearly 100 will be cut by 100, 90 will cut. Secured in second test 60% of 150. You will solve it by 60 upon 100 into 150. 52 ja 53 ja 2. He got 90 in second also, and secured in third test 54% of 200. 54 upon 100 multiply 200 0 54 2 ja. So total marks secured how many? 108 plus 90 plus 90, 90 90 180 180 plus 108 288. Right, total marks, out of total marks how many? 100 plus 150 plus 200. So this will equal 200 plus 1 300, 300 plus 150 450. Therefore percent secured would be how many got? 288 out of 450 multiplied by 100. 0 got 0, 5 2 ja 10, 5 9 ja 45, 9 3 ja 27, 9 2 ja. So he will got 64%. Right students, now we will move on to the next 16. In an examination 5% of the applicants were found ineligible and 80% of eligible candidates belong to the general category. If 4 to 75 candidates belong to the other category, how many candidates applied for the examination? So 5% ineligible and 85% general category belong to the other category, and 85 of the eligible candidates. Let total be 100%. Therefore eligible candidates would be 100% minus 5% equal to 95%. Now 85% of this 95 belong to the general category. right? Therefore candidates candidates of other categories would be 95 are total eligible, 85 general category. So other category candidates would be 10%. So this 10% is equal to this much number of candidates. Therefore 10% equal to 4275. 100% would be equal to 4275 upon 10 multiplied other categories. How much candidates applied for belong to this would become 100. So 42750 5%, 30% of the eligible candidates belong to general category. So remaining other categories 10% to other categories. This 10% has come to 42750. Okay, 5% of this were found ineligible. So out of this total we will sort out the ineligible. Therefore ineligible candidates 5% of 42750. 5 upon 100 multiplied 42750. 0 0 5 to the 10 to what has happened here? 95%. He has written 85% of the eligible candidates. Oh, sorry. Therefore I have mistaken it. So we will rub it here. Also rub it here. Now eligible candidates are 95%, right? Now 85% of this 85% of the eligible candidates, so therefore belong to general category. Therefore now here students, total applicants are 100. We will assume at 100 total applicants equal to 100. Now 5%, that means 5 of the applicants were found ineligible. Ineligible equal to 5. Therefore eligible would be 100 minus 5, 95. Now he is saying 85% of the eligible candidates belong to the general category. Therefore in the next, we will write in the next line, general category candidates would be 85% of this 95. That means 85 multiplied 95 upon 100. 517 ja, 520 ja, 54 ja, 519. We will multiply this. 9 7 ja 63. 9 plus 7 this will become 3 this will become 2 and 1 1 1 plus 2 3, so this will become 323 upon 4, right? So these are general category candidates. If we these are eligible candidates, these are general category candidates. If we subtract this from this, we will get the other category candidates. Therefore other category candidates would be equal to 95 minus 323 upon 4. So if we multiply this by this, we will get 5 4 ja 20, 9 4 ja 36 plus 2 38, 380 minus 323 upon 4. So this will become 3 plus 7 10, 2 plus 3 and 3 plus 5 8. So we will get 57 upon 4. So our question is solved. Therefore this 57 upon 4 is equal to 4275. Now 100% would be equal to 4275 multiplied 4 upon 57 multiplied 100, right? Now we will this is 7 here, this is 5, so they can be they can be 19 3 ja 92 ja 38 4 92 ja 38 9 9 5 ja 3 1 ja 3 here 74. So this will become 74 multiplied 4 multiplied 100. Our answer would be 74 4 ja 300. Our answer would be 30,000. Right, students? So space here was less, so we have to adjust it, right? Now we will move on to question number 17. Gunpowder contains 75% niter 10% sulfur, and rest of it is charcoal. Find the quantity of charcoal in 8 kilogram of gunpowder. So first we will find percentage of charcoal. Here percent of charcoal, total 100 minus 75 is niter, minus 10% is sulfur. So 75 plus 10, 85 minus 100. So remaining 15% would be charcoal. Now find the quantity of charcoal in 8 kilogram of gunpowder. So in 8 kilogram of gunpowder, it would become, therefore charcoal in 8 kg of gunpowder will become 15% of 8 kg. That means 15 over 100 minus multiplied 8. So 4 2 ja 8, 4 25 ja 5, 3 ja 5. So it would become 6 upon 5. If we divide it, 5 1 ja 5, 1. So it will come out to be 1.2 kg. Right. Now two candidates A and B contested in election. The total votes polled were 9650. A got 50% of the votes. Find the number of votes received by each. Here total votes are equal to 9650. ठीक है. Right. A's votes would be 50. Sorry, I have to rub this. So A's vote would be 54% of 9650. Right, that means 54 upon 100 multiplied 9650. So 0 got cancelled. 27 2 ja 54, 2 5 ja 10, 5 1 ja 5, 5 1 ja 5, 4 46, 5 9 ja 5, 3 ja. So it would come out to be 193 multiplied 27. So it would come out to be 5211. So therefore A's votes equal to 5211 and B's votes, we will subtract 5211 out of 9650. 4439. Right. Now 20th. At an election between two candidates, 60 votes were declared invalid. The winning candidate secures 52% of the valid votes and wins by 355. Find the total number of votes. Here 68 votes were declared invalid. Out of 100, 68 were invalid. right? So first we will count valid votes. Valid votes equal to 100 minus 68. So this has come out to be 32, right? Now winning candidates secured 52% of the valid votes. Now if we this would become 32%. Now difference between the winning and the losing candidate is of 52% got winning and we would do this like this. Here 32 votes were valid. A winning candidate secured 50%. Therefore, votes of winning candidate would be 52% of 30. So it would 52 upon 100 multiplied 52 ja 26, 25 2 ja 13 2 ja. Now we will multiply this by we will do it just like this. Valid votes 32%, votes of winning candidate are 52%, right? Therefore votes of losing candidate would be 100 minus 52% equal to 48%. Now the winning candidate score 52 variable means by 354 votes. That means this is the difference between the winning and the losing candidate, right? So therefore 52 minus 48% is equal to this 354. 52 minus 48, 4% equal to 354. Therefore 100% would be 354 upon 4 multiplied 100. 4 8 no, so this will do 354 1 7622, and this with 100 would be divided by 2 here. So this 176 multiplied by 50 will give us 0 0 5 6 ja 30, 17 5 ja 85 plus 3 88, right? But the question is, find the total number of votes polled. Find the total numbers of votes polled. So we have got 8800. These are this has come out to be 44 1. No, here it would go 172. 1 no 2 2 4 127. 354 by 2 2 1 ja 2 2 7 ja 177. It would come 177 divided by 177 divided by 5 would be 177 multiplied by 5. Here it is 177. 0 5 7 ja 35, 5 7 ja 35 plus 3 8, and 5 plus 3 8. So this has become 88. So invalid votes are 68. Therefore total votes would be 8850 plus invalid plus 68. So this would become 8 6 plus 5 1, 8 plus 1 9, 8 9 1. This is your answer, right students? This is the simplest way to do this question. Now move on to the next question, which is quite big, so we will do like it. The salary of Mrs. Sarita is 32,000 per month. 10% of it is deducted by the employer as provident fund. Of the remaining money spent, 20% on house, 46% on food, 14% on education of children, 10% on other. Rest she saves. How much is credited? Now find how much is credited each month to the provident fund account. Total salary is 32. So provident fund account 32, 10%. So provident fund account 10% of 32,000. 32,000 into 10 upon 100. So this would become rupees 3,200, right? How much is spent on food of the remaining money? Now remaining money would be total money is 32,000. 10%, 3,200 is spent on this PF, and minus 20% is spent on house rent. So this would first of all, remaining money we will deduct so this will come 0 0 2 plus 8 10 4 28,800. Now she spends 20% on house rent. Therefore, house rent is 20% of 28. 20 upon 100 multiplied 28800. This got cancelled. 0 2 8 just 6 2 8 just 6 2 8 just 16 2 8 just 16 plus 1 7 2 2 just 4. These are spent on house rent. Now question is 46% on food. Remaining money after paying house rent would be 28800 minus 5670. This would come out to be 0 10 minus 6 4 8 8 so this is 0 4 7 8 8 minus 8 0 23 rupees 20. Now spent on food. %46 of 23040, that would come out to be 46 upon 100 multiplied 23040. 0 got cancelled. Here students, he has said he has said this is also not needed here. We will do it in the next sum, in the next part. House rent he has asked in the next step. Spent on food 46%, would equal to 46% of 28800. This would become 46 upon 100 multiplied 28800. Right, this would come out to be 46 multiplied 288 come out to be rupees 13,248. How much is paid as house rent? House rent is paid of the remaining money. So therefore remaining money is this. Therefore is paid is equal to 20% of 28800 equal to 20 upon 100 28800 rupees. We have calculated 5760. How much is spent on education of children? This is remaining money. This would come equal to 14% of 28800. This would be 14 upon 100 28800. 14 8 ja 112. Here it would come to 14 8 ja 112 plus 1 11 23 0 14 2 ja 28 plus 12 40. This would come out to be rupees 403. How much she save every month? So this is expenditure, this is also expenditure, this is also expenditure, this is also expenditure. If we minus them from his her total salary, then we would got the savings. Therefore this would be equal to 32,000 minus spent on PF 3200 minus spent on food 13248 minus spent on house rent 5760 minus spent on education 4032. So this would come out to be, what would it come, children? Minus 3200 minus 13248 minus 5760 minus 4032. She saves every month. $3,200 no, this again we have taken mistaken. Here it would be 3,200 minus 288. I will make it more easy for you. Now 28800 minus 13248 minus 5760 minus 4032. So this would come out to be rupees 2880. Right students, so this was your exercise 9th B. If you have understood it well, then please like, share more and more. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you. We will meet in the next video with some other topic.